Well, hey, so you're going to New York, and apparently this isn't your first time in New York. So I heard that you lived there before.
I many years ago I did live in New York, and I actually took my first healing class in New York when I was living there. It's a great city. I love it because there's everything. You can literally do everything. But what I love the most is like you can just start walking somewhere and just keep going and find things. And every little part of the city is different. Every little part has something to offer, and on your way you always find fun things, and in between you find restaurants, theaters, musicals, sports, everything. And there's also parks everywhere. I really love nature, and I know it doesn't compare to Montana where you have the Glaciers Park. That's huge, where you can go hiking and stuff. But Central Park is really beautiful. I love going there. There's also gardens everywhere. And I really like that mix of being in the city, having all the culture, all the restaurants, and still be able to be in nature all the time. Plus, there's no bears, so I don't have to carry bear spray if I go to New York. I can just go to Central Park and don't worry about the bears. And there's gardens everywhere, and I really like that. I like being able to enjoy nature within the city and still be part of a city where I can decide to go to a ballet or to a theater play or even go to a basketball game. So New York has a lot of things to offer, and we're hoping that when students come, they get to experience the magical energy of the Theta Healing Seminar and then go out and be in a city where they can do anything, where they can eat anything and enjoy all the parks and everything in the city.
That sounds so fun. You're making me want to come.
It's a fun city. You have literally everything. I had great experiences. I met people everywhere, and it was always fun.
So speaking of that, so how long are the classes? I mean, what time does class start? And just curiously, so that you can think about planning your time in New York afterwards.
So actually, the classes are we start at 11 a.m. in New York time, so you don't even have to worry about getting up early.
Wow, you could stay out
Well,
late at night and then what?
and we're gonna be finishing around 4, depending on when class ends in Montana, but around 4. So you have the afternoon to go. You can go to a restaurant, even go to a play. And I know so many ways of getting cheap tickets or getting into museums for free.
Oh, okay.
Because
So are you gonna like have that all set up for people so they have that?
if you're a New Yorker, you kind of learn. You kind of learn when to go to museums that they're not crowded or they won't charge you. I mean, little things here and there. So there's plenty of time for people to go out and enjoy.
So you'll be able to help them out. That's a good thing. So fun. So you're first doing intuitive anatomy and then you're doing Rainbow Children?
Yes, so intuitive anatomy instructors now has a different format. So the first 2 weeks, students are going to be online from home, and then the last week we're going to meet to do the in-person exercises. And
Oh,
it's important we meet. Me and Sam have been helping in this class for a very long time, so we know what to expect and how to help students. So we will gather everyone, help them with the in-person exercises for the last week of IA. And then we're going to have intuitive childhood meet the next week for 4 days. And that class is amazing, but all the exercises have to be in person. And you don't want
yes.
to miss that. You really don't want to miss the experience of being in person for that class. So yeah, so we're gonna have the last week of IA and Intuitive Child in Me, that was Rainbow Children before, back to back.
Wow, that sounds really fun. And I've been in classes with you guys, and you're sisters, so that's kind of fun. And you're very different at the same time, but you really work together really well. So I think the students are going to have a really sweet container for you guys holding space. So that's gonna be fun for them. I mean, I'm staying in Montana, but I could help over here. But you guys are making it hard on me right now because now I'm like, oh, New York. What would be your advice for someone deciding to certify in intuitive anatomy?
Well, I would let them know that it's an amazing experience and they should go for it. they're going to learn and grow. I mean, you are required to be a practitioner already, which is an experience in itself. But when you're a practitioner, you're kind of learning the basics, and you have to focus a lot on doing a lot of belief work to clear a lot of things. And with beliefs, you kind of have to keep going to get where you want to be, to keep living your dreams instantly and manifesting your goals. And so when you come to an instructor class, everything you have already worked on will finally make sense. So kind of like all you have all the pieces of the puzzle, right? You've already worked on all of this and then you put it together. That's what I think you take away from an instructor class. Putting together all your knowledge, going deeper, and finally knowing where everything came from and finishing your work. So it's an amazing experience, and it will help you know yourself better, know others better, and decide what you want to do. It doesn't mean that you have to teach. Coming to an instructor class, some people do become teachers that have all the classes and that's their business. But it can be for yourself. It can be to share with the world. It can be to help the people that you love, to understand others, and to grow. So it's a tool that you can have in your life for yourself forever. Whatever you decide to do, if you decide to teach or you use it for yourself, the experience will stay with you and you will have grown and learned so much, and everything that you have worked on will come together. So yeah,
Mhm.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. Having worked with theta healing for over 13 years now, it's a long time. I can tell you that a lot of people ask, why do I need to have these prerequisites? I just want to learn. I just want to grow. However, I can tell you prerequisites matter. They're very important because,
Mhm.
I mean, we feel that we can do things. And it's not that we can, but there's a way that's better to achieve it. So it's like Bayan always says, there's things that you can and there's things that you can do. Like a lot of people get confused when she says that. But after all these years working with her, I know it's true. The
It's
more beliefs you clear, the more you're going to understand the information. And the more you follow the path, like you become a practitioner, then you become an instructor. When you get to that instructor experience, you're going to be like, yes, I needed to clear all these things so that I was able to listen to the information from a higher perspective. It doesn't mean that you're not listening. I mean, you might be listening to the information, but like everything, we always listen and we always perceive it with who we are at that moment. But if we
Mhm.
keep some beliefs, then we can start listening and understanding from creator's perspective, from the
Mhm.
highest, most loving energy, which is what we want. We want to learn this from that creator, from creator's energy, not just from our own perspectives or judgments or limiting beliefs. And when we have a lot of limiting beliefs, that's what we do. We listen to creator, we listen to others, and then we filter that information through those beliefs. But if we clear them, then the answers come from creator. And then we're like, oh, this is the information from creator. And we can still choose to be ourselves. We can still choose our perspective, but it will be clear where the information is coming from. It's going to be the highest truth, not just my truth. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think
Yeah.
that's why. And, following the path, following the prerequisites, being a
Yeah.
practitioner, then an instructor, then you can achieve that. You
I
can
agree. They're so
achieve
important.
perfection.
Okay. Could you tell a story of an instant change or result from a digging session for you?
um, when because traveling with Bayana or as a coordinator, I mean, either way, traveling can be stressful and sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. So I will always make sure that I manifest the best things. And I could always go to an airport or go to my place of travel and be like, this is gonna be okay. I'm gonna pass quickly, everything is gonna be fine. But yeah, I always, every single time, I've always managed to get a good seat. I've never stopped at any point of anything. I've never asked any weird questions. I just manage, and I get upgraded in hotel rooms or airplanes everywhere. So yeah, I manifest constantly. I don't, I was trying to think of a specific moment, but it's just there's so many. Like every time I just focus, I ask, and it happens. Even if I'm like right there, like maybe I forgot that I wanted to upgrade my flight. I'm online on the check-in, I go up and ask, and then I go and the opportunity just opens up.
And doing theta healing, you can dig on yourself whenever you have an issue come up. And so then you can remove the blocks and manifest instantaneously, right?
Well, for personally for me, I like to take time with my belief work. So if I have to work, I work before. So every time there's a seminar coming that I need to help at, I ask creator what I need to work on, and I do it the day before or 2 days before. Like I don't want to I being helping out. Um, People are working on their beliefs, and you might get be triggered by that. You might be connecting to people all the time, and that connection triggers you. And for me to be able to do my work, I needed to stay balanced and centered. So I never allowed myself to not be ready. So I would always ask creator, okay, this class is coming up, what do I need to do to be prepared so that I don't get triggered at the time? I work on myself before. So I always did that. I always ask creator, what do I need to work on? I sit down and work on whatever creator shows me. And this has always worked for me. So whenever I show up to an airport or whenever I show to a seminar, it doesn't matter where in the world, I'm ready. So
It's
in that
already set.
moment, so in that moment, if I need to manifest, I just go and manifest because I know I'm ready. I've done my work.
Okay.
I just focus and I just clear my space of negative thoughts. And it has worked so much that even when I'm doing registrations and people coming from all over the world with different things, I always manage to do my work. I don't get upset because I'm ready.
So you're taking an event, working on yourself prior to that, asking creator what you need to work on so that the event goes smoothly. Well, that's pretty masterful.
But it's something you learn. I also ask creator, okay, I'm going here. What do I need? What do I need to know? So this is a great thing of learning all your theta healing tools. If you do future readings, then you know what to expect. So when the opportunity comes for me, like I know there's going to be an opportunity. So when it comes in that moment, the only thing I've already seen the outcome because I've already done the reading. And so I just go and say, okay, how can I make it better? I want this. And I just focus on manifesting in that moment what I've already seen, but make it better. And then trust that I can make it better because I know the possibilities there. But it's very important to take advantage of the opportunity. So if I've seen that it's a possibility, then I have to be open on recognizing it. And when the opportunity presents itself, then I take advantage of it, you know?
Yeah, this
Uh,
is kind of upper level mastery, living in it. And that's what you get when you're around Vienna all the time. You have to up your game. Super fun to start teaching and traveling around the world and putting all of this into being. So you're poofing into airports, doing the fun stuff along the way. So much. So I think it's a great opportunity you're offering people. And are they planning on coming from different places?
New York is a place for everyone, every culture, and everyone just gonna be feel welcome to come because there's everything. So we do hope we get people from all over the world. I've enjoyed traveling the world. I've been to so many places with Diana and by myself and with my family, and I've met people everywhere. And I can sincerely say that every culture is amazing. And I've learned from every single person I have met in different places in the world. And when we come together, it just makes it fun. So we do hope that anyone in the world that wants to go to New York, take the opportunity, you can do both. You can certify as a data healing instructor and be in New York. And we would love to see you there and have a mix of everything because that's what would make a class funner. That's what would make it like super different and interesting. Being able to be open to other cultures and see how fun and how wonderful they are.
Yeah, you never really know who you're going to meet in these classes. I mean, they could be your best friend for the rest of your life. And so this is a great question. Are you ready for it? So I've witnessed this in my students because most of them have only learned online. So this may be one of the first times that people that have learned on what your thoughts are about, for those people that are, this is going to be their first live event.
That's a great question. Because yeah, a lot of people certify as an instructor online, but the experience of being in person, it it's different. I mean, I'm not saying one is better than the other, it's just different, but connecting in person, it's great. you get to chat, you get to learn about other people. That's the one thing, like, even though you do work with other instructors online, you may not have a chance to, sit down with five people in the morning and have your coffee while class starts.
Right.
Well,
Or stay up all night long and work on yourself and
exchanging
do theta healing.
exchanging numbers and saying, hey, I'm coming, to your city sometime soon. Maybe we get together. Meeting other people that are like-minded, because in the end, if you are attracted to theta healing, that means you feel the world can be a better place, that that people are intuitive, that people can grow from love with kindness. So, that like-mindedness, you may not find it everywhere, anywhere, but you will find it in a theta healing classroom. And being in person allows you to connect to those people in person.
And we haven't been hugging people for a long time.
The first 3 words that will help you describe theta healing.
I would have to use 4 words, but for me, theta healing means choosing to live with love.
5 words.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I was thinking how to phrase it, but I think you can say choose.
It's all
yeah.
good. We got you.
5 words, yeah. So, but choose
To and with aren't really words.
live with love, or through love, whichever way sounds better.
Aw.
Choosing love probably would be.
Aw. Yay.
Any final words you guys want to say?
Say that you have a wonderful power within to create whatever you want in your life, and theta healing can be one of the most amazing and effective tools for you to actually live your dreams. So don't limit yourself. If you really want to live the life of your dreams, take advantage of theta healing, because for me, there has never been any other tool that has been more powerful or effective.
Great time in New York, Sam. You guys are going to have a great time. Yay. Thank you.